Hello, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are continuing our Baldur's Gate playthrough. We had just left off getting into the goblin camp, freeing Volvo, freeing the guy who was being tortured. We did skip the dude who smacks you in the back and then gives you some kind of temporary buff. We're probably not going to have the buff very long, so I don't know if that's worth doing. We were going to go across and deal with everything else on this side of this main room, namely talking to this trader, because she has a pretty decent bow, I'm pretty sure. I think it gives you bonuses to your initiative, which is really solid. I would imagine dealing with goblins. I am shocked we succeeded that. An intelligence check that we passed? That's not right. That doesn't sound like us. And then after this, we're going to go into Priestess Guts area. And probably try to get down into the Underdark. See what we can't wrap up down there. Yeah, I don't care that you're a trader. Okay, we cannot afford the nice armor, which kind of sucks. We need to kind of upgrade our equipment. Everyone is still wearing our starting equipment. Granted, we haven't done a ton, to be fair. Alright, I put the bow on myself. Just because it's nice to have your main melee DPS go first, get in the enemy's faces so they focus me, get my rage up as soon as possible. We're definitely going to need more dexterity. Oh, let's get Lae'zel. I think you have the highest dex right now, plus you have this, which just makes us proficient in things like sleight of hand checks, I'm pretty sure, yeah. Sleight of hand proficiency. Is that just because we're proficient in it? Did I re-roll her to be proficient? Or is that from the Astral Knowledge? I tried sneaking up on her. It did not go well. She saw right through us. I'm just going to attack you. Yeah, let's get a Guiding Bolt in. I think we're just going to use up the rest of our spell slots here. Might as well. She does quite a bit of damage and throws us all around, so no use concentrating on stuff with her. I'd rather just nuke her down. I think this is probably going to be the only fight we get into this episode, unless I screw up horribly. But I think this should be the only fight, because I think we're just going to hit some waypoints in the Underdark, grab a Palarav? I always get confused on how to pronounce that. I actually don't know who to put that on. Maybe Shadowheart? Because myself, I like what I currently have. Lae'zel's ranged. I don't know, we'll grab it and figure it out after. We can also probably, I think this brings us down into the Saloon Night. Let's do Lacerate here, I think. Yeah, let's try to do this. Why is the menu not going away? We're lagging pretty bad in this fight. We'll just do normal attack then if the menus are going to be weird. We'll have Gale sneak over here. And yeah, let's Scorching Ray. One of my favorite spells. I know there was the circlet in the Underdark that we can buy, but money's pretty tight, so we'll see what we can afford. I think we only have 600 gold, which is not a lot, or 400 after that last purchase. Without many plans of grabbing gear to sell. We're pretty much level 4. Yeah, we just got into level 4. We'll see how much XP we get. Okay, now we can lacerate. The menus are working with us better. Oh, that did 2 damage. Okay. That's actually really good to know. That doubles up on our damage. Alright, I looted a bunch of stuff and we got back here to our puzzle. Now you want to put all of the dark circles on this back circle. The one closer to the entrance when you walk into this area initially. It's kind of a pain. Just because I feel like they rotate the long way around half the time. I always thought that this was supposed to go to the front. That always confused me, yeah. I don't know when it started just auto-opening this. I feel like you used to have to pull the lever after getting everything correct, but what do I know? Well, we're going to short rest before we get down there, just because we're probably going to get in a fight down here. They're kind of hard to avoid. I would not be able to do this. I don't do well with heights. I have to stare at the wall the whole time down. Not to mention how tiring that probably is. Oh nice, that was a nice bit of XP. Alright, I'm going to pick up all of these barrels. I don't know when I'm going to use them. Probably in the goblin camp. But we will see. This is just does not want to be picked up. There we go. Alright, Lae'zel, I'm going to need you. I do actually really like the Githyanki. I think I was saying in like the first or second episode that Lae'zel started off as my least favorite, but has quickly become one of my favorites. Note the chest. There we go. I think it's the smiting helmet that's in this chest, which I've literally never used. I don't use paladins very often. They're just not my favorite. Oh no. Is anyone going to get this? Oh, okay. Thank you, Tav. I'm curious to see, like, I guess I could go fix the acid door, take a detour, replace it with, like, water or something. But I kind of want to see how far into the game that'll go. Like, we're in the Underdark now, so you'd think it would stop because we're technically in a different area. Is it going to persist all the way through, like, into Act 2? Like, I'm curious what the bounds for the endless war of attrition between the puddle of acid and the door is. Oh god, the wall. I would use mouse and keyboard, but, I don't know. The menus get so confusing. I'm just gonna pick all of these up. Oh. Where? There he is. I was waiting for him. I don't think he, like, triggers to come towards the door until you get by this entrance. They really want you to see, hey, don't screw with this gate. The giant minotaur couldn't break it down, and you're not gonna break it down before you die. Another barrel. Alright. I shot the thing so we're clear to go out of here. The lady statue in the middle is holding like a glowy stone that you have to shoot out of her hands in order to prevent it from attacking. It being the trap that kills the minotaur. Honestly, couldn't figure that out my first playthrough. Shadowheart gets very inspired by it, though. She is quite happy when you do that. So we did get our inspiration back. I don't think we're at I think we're at 3 inspiration, which is fine. Oh, the bullet. No, I don't want to pick up the bow, and I wanted to pick up the alchemy ingredient. Another barrel. I think we have enough barrels. I mean, you can never have too many barrels, but... I usually use them to clear out the front of the goblin camp.
That voice. What was that?
A strange voice. I feel like she'd just kind of ignore it. She'd be like, oh, yeah, that's a voice. Let's just carry on. I don't know who's coming or where they're coming, but not my problem right now. I don't think I've ever successfully harvested these, like, night things. It's a roll to harvest them. Alright. Best early game weapon.
Keeping a silent vigil.
Yeah, let's strength. I don't think religion, yeah, that's an intelligence versus +4. Not worth using the elixir, but we will use a guidance. Oh no. Of course it was a nat 1. No, I'm just gonna let that be. I want to see her struggle. Yeah. Barbarian's not barbarian today. Yeah, no, we'll just leave. We'll use like Shadowheart or someone who's actually proficient in religion. Come on. Get away from there so I can get up. Thank you. Okay. Though I think technically Gale will be best. Because it is an intelligence roll. But yeah, we have the proficiency. 15's kind of harsh. I'm definitely going to use the inspiration on this. This is worth using the inspiration on. Nice. Big roll.
Was a warrior's sacrifice to Blood can only be honored.
Yeah, I'm sure that hurts. That's a pretty big dagger. Oh, really? I was just about to pick up the helmet, and you're like, nah, I'm gonna run in front of you so you accidentally talk to me instead. Alright.
What now?
Now, this is how I kind of skip all of the tough fights to get to the wizard tower. We go into turn-based mode, and we're going to go with, yeah, our jump. And then we have a potion of featherfall. And next turn, we're going to have to jump over here. It is a pain trying to get through everyone's turns. And just sit and hold skip turn, and then you have to wait for the environment. But I prefer to have the turn-based on right now, just so that way I know it's not like... I know I have enough turns of this to get over there, because I don't have any more featherfall potions. Yeah, then we're going to go over here. If we go too far right, the bullet spawns. And then we're going to go over here.
What is that?
No idea what this investigation is for. Oh.
Was that a bullet? I've heard tales of their viciousness.
I'm going to jump over here. Just because I can, it's still up, so might as well. And then we're at the wizard tower. I don't think the bullet will spawn over here. I'm just going to fast forward through all this for you guys, because it's just a lot of trying to avoid, which I kind of failed to do at that spot. Alright, so once we're in here, you can go through that door that's closest to us, towards the left, and just jump down the mushrooms. But I don't have Featherfall, so you will lose some health doing that if you don't have Featherfall. However, if you come over to this door on the right, there are boots. Mistress Grace, I believe, that let you cast Featherfall. And I think it's short rest. Or if it even has a, what's that, a recharge clause, I guess would be a word for it. Close this behind us so that guy can't target us, and then we don't need the turn-based anymore. Yes, there is something magical out here. You can also use that chest. I know there is something that you can use this chest for because it changes the weight of things, but this chest is always too heavy for me to pick up, so I don't bother. Like, you need a really strong character to use it. Probably with a strength elixir. Because I know the community that likes to do all those, like, weird things, they love elixirs, particularly strength elixirs. I guess if you could just get one stat straight up to ridiculous and not have to worry about it in your stat spread is kind of the strongest thing in the game. But I just don't like using them every day. And then having to worry about them. No, not death. We're going to jump down here by the pretty tree. We're going to grab our pretty flowers that glow and make us feel, oh, cold as ice. I don't think I've ever done this with a non-mage character. I wonder if they each have something different to say about the flowers. Because I know when you pick it up as like a mage... Can I break this door? I know when you pick those flowers up as a mage, you actually get like a cutscene where you're like, oh no, my magic is gone. And then you try to cast stuff and you can't. Oh no. That was such a bad roll. Yeah, let's try again. I'm so happy you don't have to use your inspiration for stuff like this. As long as you have these tools. Alright, I'm going to loot lots of things in here. Because there are lots of good things in this entire tower. But primarily we want to come over to this thing over here. Right here in the middle. And we're going to put one of these flowers in there. And that should activate the whole tower. Yeah, there's our cutscene. I've never done this with Lae'zel. I usually do this with Asterion. Because he has the bonus action dash. As a rogue. We are eventually going to spec into rogue as well with Lae'zel. I think we might stick Arcane Archer to 3, maybe. And then rogue. Potentially the rest of the way, because at level 5 rogue does get uncanny dodge, which gets quite powerful. Basically, if you roll to only take half damage, you end up taking no damage. I think it's exclusive to spells, maybe? I don't know. I know that, like, in honor mode, on the enemies at least, it's broken. So this is the next skip that we can use in this tower. Which is kind of why I'm happy to have Lae'zel. Because usually, I don't have this. You can cast the mage hand back there and have it activate the lever to be able to skip the whole talking to Bernard upstairs. I mean, we're still going to go up there at the very top, because I do want the... Sorry about the bang, my cat just decided she doesn't like the mic. It needed to be smacked. It was offensive, apparently. Yeah. We're still going to go up there to get the Club of Hill Giant strength, which only raises your strength to 19. We might use it on Lae'zel with the Titan string bow. Because I don't want to be attacking with her. Yes, I've actually never picked this up as her. No, you just put it right back down? Can we actually, like, pick it up, please? Is this just glitching? We got a different quote, but no. She refuses to acknowledge it. Okay, here, pick up, please. Same line, please work. Oh god. I thought she was going to put that back down.
I can make no sense of it. Wait. The Gavage taught us how to decipher the ancient texts. Let me think. I see the pattern. The writings are fables.
I like how she goes the whole thing of like, didn't my training cover this?
Heresies. The Prince of the Comet, Part 1. So it was that we were free from gay shackles and turned our blades on each other. The heavens one great empire was divided in two. Gith traveled to the Hells to broker help for her people, her cause.
Oh, I feel like I don't remember her mentioning Hells when you ask her to decipher it.
Lies.
I feel like she would,
Gith
though.
made no such proclamation. Vlakith seized the empire against the mother's
I mean,
wishes.
here she is like, bleh, I hate it. How come I have to convince you to read it out loud when I'm not playing as you, but when I'm playing as you, you just read it out loud to an empty room by yourself with no one to push you into doing so?
And declared the throne for himself. The War of the Comet had begun.
I guess because I didn't pick her as an origin character. Maybe. I don't know. I've actually never played any of the companions as origin characters. Just because, like, then I miss them in camp, you know? Like, oh, but Karlak's not here. I know I'm Karlak, but she's not here and I miss her. Alright, back to looting everything. Yeah, I think that might be a good combo. I know Morgan Evelyn? Oh, I just butchered her name. That's kind of along the lines of what she does with her stealth archer. Hello. I read all of the books in the tower, so we should have the... Yeah, there we go. I'm pretty sure it was the book next to the Gith relic that we picked up that Lae'zel was like blasting me at. I think it's the book on the desk next to that that gets you the correct poem. I read all of them just to be safe, but I think it's that book. All right, and then the most important thing in this entire tower. Well, I don't know if it's necessarily important. I think I've only used it like once or twice in builds. If you hate using the elixirs, this is just a nice little skip thing to do. Where did it go? Oh, there we go. Because it does the same thing as the elixirs without having to remember to drink one every morning. Alright, we're going to leave Lae'zel here and swap back to these guys. I haven't forgotten about you guys. And give me your boots, please. I want your new nice fancy boots. Alright. Yeah, okay, so we can still use Featherfall then. So yeah, I don't know if it has a reset clause then. Alright, you guys stay back here. Because, I think we're gonna have to sneak through this. Oop. I love the knockdown animation with that. Alright, we're going to stick this way. Because the Minotaurs are over here. And I don't want to be fighting them right now. We are down a character because Lae'zel's basically stranded. I guess I could fast travel her to the... Ooh, no. To the, Saloon Knight outpost. The temple we were just in, but... I don't want to do that. That seems like a lot of work. And I have no rage charges, so I'm just going to get killed almost immediately because I have no armor class without my rage up. Or at least a very sad armor class without my rage up. I always forget that there is a chest here. I know they're hidden like all throughout all of the acts. Actually, I don't know how many are in Act 3. I feel like there's like very few in Act 3. Which makes sense because you're in a city. Why would there be buried treasure everywhere? Alright, so we come over here. We're going to do Featherfall on ourselves. And then we're just going to throw ourselves down this way. I'm shocked I didn't have to run away from those TMS scores. I just kind of froze in place. Typically you just start running all over the place like a mad child. And then the Minotaurs find you and then you're dead. At least it's just us, though. And we know the boots can seemingly be used indefinitely.
A single melody rises above
Hello,
the
mushroom
others,
men.
brassy and commanding.
Sovereign. State
The
your
Sovereign.
purpose.
Yeah, we'll just tell the truth. I don't feel like lying to these guys.
Fungal roots weave
Just the
through
easy
your
way
mind,
to get in, be like, oh yeah,
seeking your true intent.
I'm gonna turn into a
Then
monster and
the
kill all of
Sovereign
us.
drones
And they're
a
like,
new
yeah,
melody.
join us. We can't do anything to
Cautious
fix
but
you, but you might be
welcoming.
able to help us.
I can mend
I guess
neither
they
skin
are aware
nor
of me,
spirit,
so I guess they are familiar with
but
the
we
fact
still
that
might commune.
these tadpoles are different.
Descend to me. Let us speak in flesh.
The persistent music coaxes you forward.
What was
The
that camera
Sovereign
angle?
expects you.
Hello, Sovereign. Alright, I fast traveled everyone here so the gang's all back together. Took a minute trying to load into everything. And let's talk to this lady.
Don't.
Her
Yeah,
condition
you ain't
is
doing too
familiar.
good.
Poison.
Did we really
derived
just
from a
pass
wild
an
weed
intelligence
common
check?
to the Underdark.
I'm actually shocked. Yeah, let's give you an antitoxin. There you go. I always save this girl. Even when I'm playing like as a bad character, I can never bring myself to not save her.
Whatever that is, I needed it. But here. I nabbed these boots from the Greys when I
I
ran.
really do struggle
I'll
to
feel
actually
better
play
knowing
bad
you're using them to kick
characters.
some
I'm not
legger
gonna
ass.
lie. I do save as many
I'll
people
mark
as
where I made my
possible.
escape,
And when I
and
play as the Dark Urge, I
wait
always
here, I
resist.
suppose.
I don't think I've ever actually
Not much
embraced
choice,
the
eh?
Urge. It's just, it makes me sad.
Sovereign's
wanna.
thick fingers stroke the corpse at its feet. A droning melody greets you as the creature turns its gaze to you. The Sovereign's song slows to the pace of a dirge. It is still in mourning.
We laid waste to many,
I do really like
but
these guys'
intruders
design,
remain.
especially the Sovereign.
Lakewood.
The
He just has
Sovereign's
that
song
imposing
halts
face.
as it measures your worth.
I sense
Much
your
better than
resolve.
Glut.
You will find Dwergar invaders near Lake's Edge. Cleanse the rot. Destroy them.
I suppose such wicked killers deserve wicked ends.
You know, we'll say sure. I can handle them for you. Thank you.
The Sovereign gifts you one more vision. A wall
Yeah, that was
of
just
vines
basically a bunch of
parting to
flashbacks
reveal
of him being
glowing
like,
light.
mean Draugr.
Riches of magic
Want them dead.
combined.
Okay, so you already told me. We already reiterated this
They
point.
are yours. You do the circle a service.
I don't need 6 flashbacks of the same thing. Well, similar things. Yeah, no, I'm okay. We're done with the conversation. I got my boots of speed and my haste spores. Which I've never used, I don't think. Hello, Blurg.
Ah, a visitor.
I have
You're a
things to
welcome
sell,
sight.
and I also already
But
got your
let us observe
mushrooms
the
that you
customs
typically
of the
ask for.
locals.
The scholar's brow tenses. His voice
I don't know
spills
if I
into
necessarily
your skull,
need the Ring of Mind
spores
shielding,
connecting mind to mind.
to be honest.
Blurg, proud member of the
I do
Society of
use it,
Brilliance,
though.
at your service.
But mostly, I'm pretty sure that... Oh, how do we pronounce his
Or
name?
perhaps not. Your mind is far more complex than that of the fungi.
The guy this dude calls for help.
Understandable.
The Mind Flare dude.
We are small in number
I know it starts
and
with an
rarely
L.
stay in one place
He,
for long. My
does
colleagues
sell
and
some
I
good
are
items,
working
I'm
to
pretty
improve
sure.
conditions in the Underdark.
Pretty sure he has some, like,
This
key
need not
items
be
for
such
us.
a dire, hostile place. Could I ask what you were searching for to begin with?
Yeah, I'll explain the whole
You
story.
were infected by an illicit tadpole?
Please call your Mind
It's a miracle
Flare
you're still intact.
friend.
You must be worried sick, but have no fear. I have a friend who may be able to assist. Omelium!
Thank you.
I hope this is important.
That's all I needed.
My Zerkwood
I'm
self
just using you to get to him.
attention.
It is. This adventurer has an illicit tadpole inside her head, but she hasn't turned.
No ceramorphosis.
They are imposing.
That's impossible.
I know they're floating, and that's part of why they're much
Are
taller
you
than us.
looking to have it
But then the fact that they are
extracted?
actually pretty tall and weirdly elongated.
Gale, your head will make a
Yes,
fine
yes, I
trophy
know.
for my queen.
I know, Lisa.
Please
It's okay.
hold. I
Why are you
understand
holding at
your
me?
rage against my kin.
You were just looking to my
One
left.
of my brethren
When she
forced
yelled
a
at you.
tadpole into your eye. Or
I guess
ear,
he recognizes her as being
perhaps.
kind of
But
unreasonable.
I assure you,
Well, not unreasonable.
I stand with the
Her people
Society
and
of
his people have
Brilliance,
kind of been at war for
not
a
the
while.
colonies of my people.
Fool!
Yeah, no.
They infest
we're
your
not
head and
fighting here,
invade your
Lizelle.
dreams, and still
And
you
this guy's
parley.
pretty peaceful.
I ask only that you refrain from violence. I respect that your opinion of my kind may be charged. If that settles matters for the time being, would you like a diagnosis? Open your mind to me. Let us see what lurks within.
Yeah, you can just search it. That's fine. Do all of your
As the Mellor's
experimenting.
mind pierces yours, the tadpole pulses with power. It feels 10 times its size, alive.
How cool
Awake,
would it be to see mushrooms this
almost
size in real
smug.
life?
This is most unusual.
That'd be
The
kind of dope.
incubation period
Terrifying,
should be complete, as should your
potentially.
transformation. But the larva is infused with strange magic. It appears to be in some form of stasis.
Can we... no, we'll ask
I
about the
can only
stasis, actually.
theorize, but I suspect your transformation would be both agonizing and instantaneous.
I thought it was always agonizing,
Has
Amelia.
the
yes,
Guardian
But
mentioned
that wasn't my
that
point.
the order for our transformations come
Of
multiple times
course.
already?
I
I
am
might be
sorry
wrong
I
on
cannot
that.
assist you in its.
I don't think so, no.
But
I don't think we've even gotten the cutscene where they're like, oh, you're
an
transforming.
idea.
Oh, perhaps I should start taking
That has to be
notes.
coming
There
soon.
may be a way to bypass.
I mean, we've
that
explored
stasis.
most of the map in
There are
Act
many
1.
alchemical substances that can influence the mind.
I mean, we still have a lot to do. We haven't dealt with
I do
Kaga.
not intend to shatter its protection.
I don't think we've even gone
I
and saved the
need
kid
only
from the
bypass
harpies. Oh, we need to do that soon.
interference that prevents me from communicating.
We can handle
with
that
the
at level
larva.
4 pretty easy. I did find some tips and tricks
A
for it.
tincture
That's another thing the
distilled
Ring
from
of
a
the Charm is
collection
good
of
for, because
rare
I'm pretty sure their
mushrooms.
lore is a, like,
They have
I think it's tagged as like a
subtle
charm
psionic
spell, so
influence.
things that
I would
protect you from
require
charm
a fresh
are very
ton
effective
of
against them.
madness and
So is
Timos
silence,
spores.
but then we can't cast
But
spells
be
either.
warned, in their natural state,
So
both of these mushrooms
that one
can
actually
be
has
quite
drawbacks.
dangerous. Timusks cause confusion in those that approach them. The tongue is self-explanatory.
Yeah, he's like, oh, we can trade with you. Do you have... No? I mean, he has Psychic Spark, which is good. Are these boots? No. I feel like he had something else that was really important. Like the Ring of Salving or something like that? Where your heals do more? Huh. Oh no, because we're trading with Blair. Oh no. We'll just continue
These
this
are
conversation and
fine
definitely not take the
specimens.
ring.
It will only
Because then
take
I think
me a
if we don't take the
moment
ring,
to
he
brew them to
stays.
proper potency.
Ormelium turns away to prepare the potion, lost in its own musings.
You must drink the entire draft.
And I need him to stay, and we
I
can
can
buy
make
the
no
ring from him
promises as
anyway.
to its taste.
I do wonder if whether or not we take the ring
The
from him has
acidic liquid
repercussions in Act
tightens your
3.
throat, burning on the way down. It's a bolt
Or
of
different
agony
outcomes, I
straight
should
to your
say.
stomach.
Not a drop left. Very good. As the potion
We actually
influences
failed the
your
Constitution
mind,
roll, but we
you may
passed the
find
Intelligence
yourself
roll earlier.
acting irrationally.
At least the rolls are all over the
And
place.
stay focused.
My current, like, personal honor mode
The
run,
world loses its edges,
in conversation,
its
I
finer
roll
boundaries.
wonderful. In combat,
You are
roll
fluid,
absolutely horrifically.
trapped like a
Very
creature suspended
consistently.
in amber.
I consistently have been missing like 70 and 90% chances to hit. But I haven't had to re-roll a single roll in conversation. Yeah, I think this top one. Yeah, that one needs their wisdom. Oh, and we get resistance too, that's kind of nice. Oh, we did not need either of those things though, apparently.
Dark holes bite at the edges of your vision, but the void cannot draw you in. The tadpole spasms, seizes. It's fighting the potion even harder than you are. Fear pierces your mind like knives of ice. The parasite digs deeper, as if it means to hollow out your skull.
Oh, we get a barbarian. Fear, what's that? Yeah, that's very barbarian. Oh, we rolled horribly on that. We're definitely using an inspiration. I like that. Fear? What's that? No, just angry. Grr. Oh, that might be high enough. Yes, okay, thank you, resistance. I feel like resistance
The
and
cold
guidance you
blades
get a
lose their
1 very
edge.
often, but
You are
I'll take a
stalwart,
3.
turning that
Definitely
tide
take
of
a 3.
fear against itself. The parasite swells with power, more power than you have ever felt before. It surges and twists, lashing out against that which would dare to intrude. The parasite in your mind quiets,
He is not happy.
pleased with itself.
Omelon, are you
The
well?
parasite's very
That
happy though.
lava is like nothing I have ever observed before. Its power is unsettling.
Yeah, we'll just say this. That's the least
Such an outcome was not
aggressive
in my
of the actions
calculations.
there.
There is more to this being than mere stasis.
No, we're still trading with Blerg. Yeah, we're still trading with Blerg. Because I'm pretty sure after you take the potions is when you can typically trade with this guy. Like I said, I think he has some like key items. Not that I really have any money to be buying those key items.
A ring of mind shielding. It prevents elder brains from noticing my presence. It will not remove the lava, but it will limit its influence, both positive and negative. I would offer it as a gift, but in truth, the ring is priceless. Is there anything you could offer me in
That's
turn?
interesting. So that what he's saying basically means that yeah, no, you can keep your ring. That the brain's end goal is to, yeah, still Blerg. Okay. Charm us, basically.
A bold strategy.
It controls through charm.
It is not many that can defeat
Which is
their
interesting.
own minds. If you require it on another occasion, merely ask.
Oh, yeah, that's right, it poisons us. I think we're going to end it here, honestly.
Is my
This
species
has gone on
evolving?
plenty long enough. And we'll pick up the next episode
Perhaps,
back up top, I
but at
think.
such an accelerated rate.
Bye for now, and thank you for watching.
It simply